around and kind of tell what either your organization's experience is with your website. If you're a media intern, how have you been working on websites with either these organizations or in the past? So just generally, what's your name? What's your organization? What's your website, I guess? What platform are you on? How long have you had it? And on a scale from 1 to 10, how happy are you with how your website is? Is it easy to use? And if you feel like throwing in anything else in terms of, what are some of the challenges that you found with creating a website for your organization?
Websites take a long time, even the people that I've paid to do it. It took me just about 5 months from start to actually getting it online, which was a lot longer than I had anticipated.
But it does take a lot of time. And for us, one of the biggest challenge was when to actually stop and launch, because you kind of keep going and going and going and change. You always find something wrong and something you want to improve, so at some point you just have to say, okay, we're going to stop here and just launch.
I think it's always good to have to know somebody or to have somebody that past volunteer, or anyone who you can just call if you start getting an error message, or call if something just looks weird and say, how to code, there's this weird issue, can you just fix it? And usually, it's a pretty easy fix. So just to know somebody who could be a go-to person.
You could just nitpick at the website forever. There's always going to be some tiny misspelling, or the lineup is not completely right. But eventually, you just have to go and know that most people who come to your site are not going to notice those little things that you're noticing. They just want to see something new, something innovative. They want to see new content. So that's what's important about being able to have that access through WordPress to keep your website fresh and new.
There is a website called Good UI, I don't know if you guys have seen. So that website has a lot of user interfaces, templates to work on, and a lot of good stuff for marketing on website. So it's a very user-friendly and very, they just show you diagrammatically what is more popular, more effective, rather than what you've been using.
And there's always a problem of what to start with, the content or the design. And I've met people who are like, no, we can't even think about colors or anything or the layout until we actually write all the copy for it, and then we kind of mold it in. Versus my approach is to just build it with generic Latin text and then give it to them, and then they fill it out.
Just having somebody who didn't write the text look at it and say, this is 5 times more words than you need.
Yeah, if your website was made probably more than 3 years ago, it probably doesn't look very good on a mobile device, which nowadays is super, super important. So you guys talked a lot about WordPress. Almost all of the new WordPress themes now are responsive, which means they shrink to a screen. But maybe even if you had your made WordPress, but you made it 5 years ago, it probably was before they had those. So if you're starting a new one, or if yours doesn't, that might mean you have to rehaul your entire website to make it work and make it responsive, but that's super important.
We have all of our Facebook and Twitter, and all of our social media posts are directly linked onto our website landing page. So when people come back, there's always something new, at least, on the landing page. We don't have enough time to always be changing the content in the website. We update our blog, but updating the rest of it isn't very often.
When we purchased our theme, it's through this service called Elegant Themes. So you buy a subscription to that, and then they always have customer service to help you if you're having any back-end issues, or and you can upgrade your theme, and I think they can somehow transfer the content to the new theme once in a while or something. But I would just say that was my one takeaway from this.
We used Elevation Web for our design, and they were really approachable, and they also do they specialize in nonprofit web development, and they do a matching program, so you can basically be paying 50% of the cost of your website design. You can apply for it if you are looking to start a new design, and I'm pretty sure that's what we did, because our cost was really low for the design.